Brexit represents nothing less than a stunning populist revolt and a complete rejection of the political establishment. After months of endless fearmongering and propaganda, after months of trying to shame us into voting Remain, politicians, celebrities, economists, bankers, you all failed spectacularly.
It's a victory for ordinary people, decent people. It's a victory against the big merchant banks, against the big businesses and against big politics. And I'm proud of everybody that had the courage, in the face of all the threats, everything they were told, they had the guts to stand up and do the right thing.
Brexit is also a devastating example of how the deceitful media is losing its power to control the narrative. But don't expect the elite to take this lying down. Here's what the political class will do in response. They'll blame the next ISIS terror attack in Europe on the instability caused by Brexit. As always, it will have nothing whatsoever to do with Islam. They'll blame the popping of the financial bubble that's been totally inevitable for years anyway on Brexit. They'll then try to offer Britain a new deal to stay in the EU, or they'll just make us vote again in another referendum until they get the result they want, like they did in France, Ireland and the Netherlands. These people are snakes. Don't think the battle is won. It's only just beginning, because the political class is backed up by an army of authoritarian, anti-democratic, leftist morons, thousands of whom have already signed a petition to hold another referendum. Sky News and the BBC are also floating this second referendum crap. Listen up, lefties. I know you're upset that months of virtue signalling about how progressive you are for voting for Remain on Facebook has turned out to be a total waste of time. But you lost. Get over it. Maybe you'll now finally realise that calling people racist or Nazis over and over again isn't an argument. It doesn't work anymore. I mean, look at some of the reaction. The bedwetting and the toy throwing from leftists today is delectable.
Brexit is an incredibly sad victory for racists and bigots, and much that is vile in the world.
Oh look, another arrogant, sneering, loathsome elitist who is on the wrong side of history. Just like Obama and Hillary are on the wrong side of history.
Today is like waking up to find out the Nazis won the Second World War.
Yeah, that's not an overreaction at all, is it?
I'm scared. Jokes aside, I'm actually scared. Today an older generation has voted to ruin the future for the younger generation. I'm scared!
Oh, you mean the same older generation whose fathers fought and died to make sure you wouldn't be ruled from Germany in the first place?
The fact older generations have reaped the benefits and pulled the EU from my generation? Furious! My generation wanted in. It's our time.
Right, because youth unemployment in EU countries is really low, isn't it?
Good to see we'll be staying in the EU. If I wake up to Nigel Farage's smiling face, I'll kill myself. Genuinely scared for the future?
I know, right? What are we gonna do with all this new sovereignty and money? It's terrifying! But Brexit is about more than just getting out of the EU. It's about reclaiming some genuine sense of patriotism after decades of being told that we're a country whose glory days are long gone. A country that should constantly apologise for its colonial history. Constantly being derided as small-minded little Englanders. Constantly being lectured that we're racists, merely for expressing concern about mass immigration. This is a rejection of the politics of fear, the politics of grief. This is a new morning for Great Britain. This is the dawn of a populist uprising. This is a catalyst for the rest of Europe to throw off the shackles of the EU. Let's not allow the political class and the authoritarian left to hijack what we've all worked so hard to achieve. Brexit is a crushing victory for the people against the establishment. Get used to it. There are many more to come.